Do you know that you've probably already been fooled by a deepfake video? Deepfake technology has gotten so good that it's almost impossible to recognize it anymore. That's exactly why it's so dangerous. Ever since the technology emerged, it was surrounded by notoriety. In recent years, the concerns have been growing, especially as the technology has made it easier to create realistic-looking videos and audio. To many of us, deepfakes may seem like just a little harmless tool for having some fun. Yet, deepfakes present a very real and significant threat to our privacy, security, and even society as a whole. We will explore all the dangers of deepfakes in this video, and more importantly, what we can do to protect ourselves from this tricky technology. First, let's quickly have a definition for those of you who may not know what deepfakes are yet. Deepfakes are basically videos, audio, or images that are manipulated and doctored mostly using artificial intelligence and advanced machine learning algorithms to make them seem real. The process of creating deepfakes starts by training an AI system to recognize and mimic certain facial expressions, gestures, movements, and speech patterns to create a fake video or audio of a person that appears to be genuine. Usually, it's good news for everyone when technology improves. But in the case of deepfakes, this may not be the case. They are becoming so realistic and difficult that many people have a hard time distinguishing between real and fake videos. Of course, the decreasing attention spans of the majority of the population are not going to help with discernment. In many cases, very careful thought and attention to detail might be required to recognize a deepfake, and those qualities might become rarer in people. That's why deepfakes carry a lot of risks and dangers with them. One of the biggest dangers is the ability to spread misinformation and fake news. Deepfakes can be used to easily spread false information and manipulate public opinion, creating confusion and distrust among the public, especially in politics, but also in any field that requires leadership with integrity. In politics, fake videos can be used to spread propaganda or smear campaigns on political opponents, for example. This will harm the reputation of political rivals often beyond repair, as oftentimes people's opinions are permanently changed even after evidence surfaces that accusations have been false or the content has been fake, for example. The last few years in politics are a perfect example of this, as well as the numerous public scandals of celebrities. Once a reputation is destroyed, it's almost impossible to build it back up, even if the person has done nothing wrong. A related use case of abusing deepfakes can simply to cause defamation. Deepfakes can also be used to defame individuals by creating fake videos or audio that falsely accuses them of committing crimes or engaging in unethical behavior. This can damage an individual's reputation, and in certain cases, might even lead to legal and social consequences. Again, even though the person may have done nothing wrong, once their reputation is damaged, it can be so difficult to repair that it's beyond salvage. Another major risk of deepfakes is identity theft. Deepfakes can be used to create fake videos or audio that impersonates individuals, and these materials can be used to bypass security practices established by companies that need proof of people's identities, such as banks, other financial institutions, or any service that has a sufficiently big impact on people's lives. By mimicking a person's voice through deepfakes, for example, or even their camera appearance, hackers can gain access to all kinds of sensitive information, such as passwords, bank account details, or personal information, causing financial and reputational damage. Identity theft is one of the hardest problems of modern society. Victims of it have often reported that recovering from it is almost impossible, as once sensitive materials fall into the hands of hackers and criminals, they are often spread out to multiple databases around the world and are used over and over to target the same person. Deepfakes can also be used for inappropriate videos and other forms of cyberbullying. Hackers can create fake videos or images of individuals engaging in inappropriate behavior and then spread them online. This can cause emotional distress and damage not only a person's reputation, but also their ability to earn and even continue living their life as before in the most extreme cases. And also, deepfakes may even be used to hurt someone. Just think about it. How hard would it be to use deepfakes to rouse up a group of people on social media enough that they even try to harm the person in question? As we can see, deepfakes can be used for anything, from having a bit of fun to wreaking all sorts of havoc and even causing harm to people. The question now becomes, how do we protect ourselves from deepfakes? As with any other problem in the modern age that's related to information, the solution always starts with education. Simply educate yourself about deepfakes as much as you can, Subscribing to this channel is one great way to keep learning about deepfakes and other related technologies and stay ahead of the avalanche of disinformation. Learn about deepfake technology, how it works, the potential dangers it poses, and more importantly, its current weaknesses. Even though deepfake technology has advanced tremendously over the last few years, it's still not 100% perfect. Just by paying a bit more attention and simply training your brain by watching some deepfake content on purpose, you will be able to recognize most deepfakes without a lot of effort. In particular, pay more attention to content that seems unlikely, such as a person saying something out of character or behaving in a way that's very unusual and unexpected. In general, it's a good idea to be skeptical of videos or audio that seem too good to be true, or that sound too bad to be true as well. Related to that, you should stay informed about major current events by relying mostly on fact-checking tools and verified sources whose credibility has been long established. You don't necessarily have to distrust news sources in media that haven't been around for long, but maybe take their content with a grain of salt. Fact-checking tools can be especially useful here, as they provide a quick and efficient way to verify the authenticity of videos or audio. Even though big media companies have lost a lot of credibility in the eyes of the public, they still have fact-checking teams in-house that are oftentimes doing a good job of hunting down the truth, and they can and should be used as an asset. Other tools, such as reverse image search or TinEye, can help you determine whether an image has been manipulated or used before. In any case, that doesn't reduce the need for caution online. Be very mindful and cautious when sharing personal information. In fact, it's best to try not to share any sort of personal information unless you absolutely must, especially if that's sensitive information such as personal data or bank details. Deepfakes will likely be used in phishing scams a lot, so be very careful when navigating unknown websites, clicking links in emails from unverified senders, or downloading attachments from unknown sources. Also, whenever you have to enter sensitive information on a website, carefully double-check the address, as scams often use similar-looking website addresses to lure unsuspecting victims into providing them with their information. As a final piece of advice on protecting against deepfakes, use two-factor authentication whenever you can. That will prevent hackers from gaining access to your information, even if they can bypass the security practices of online companies with deepfakes. In conclusion, deepfakes are simply another thing we have to worry about in our modern world, as they pose a significant threat to our privacy, security, and society. They can, and already are being used to spread false information, manipulate public opinion, and destroy reputations. The only way to protect yourself is to learn and stay informed. And even though that drastically reduces the dangers of deepfakes, it doesn't completely eliminate them. One thing is certain, however, deepfakes will definitely continue to evolve and become harder and harder to recognize. Our prediction is that fact-checking services will become crucial in the battle against deepfakes, and their reputation will have to remain flawless so that people can turn to them in times of doubt. Also, blue check marks and verified accounts on social media will definitely become a much more important concept, and the content coming from them will likely be considered to be much more authentic than content about those individuals or companies on other social media profiles. What are your thoughts on deepfake? Do you think you can easily recognize it? Tell us in the comments. If you liked the video, like the video, and subscribe for more content like this. If you want to continue your journey in learning about deepfakes, we recommend the video on whether you can recognize deepfake content or not. See you there!